Kicking things off this morning with the king of dirty, Mike Rowe himself. And Malou, he's a guy I think you know a little too well.
Yeah, that's right, because I know him too well because you may not know that he and I worked together a long time ago on a show called Evening Magazine. And if any of you have seen Mike on TV, he's a funny guy. And I can tell you he has not lost his sense of humor because it is on full display in his new show, Dirty Jobs Road Trip.
Together, the five of us are going to climb into this RV and have ourselves an unforgettable journey through a little slice of America. And as we drive, we're going to reminisce. A giant piece of slipped off that pump, and like in slow motion.
It splashed up under my face guard.
We're going to check in with some of our favorite dirty jobbers. Do you remember the moment we looked across the plains and that storm was coming in and there was lightning all over the sky?
Absolutely, but you've lived a full life, so I knew there was no real big concern.
We had to bring Danielle in because she's going to ask all the hard questions because you and I go way back. So I want to make sure I don't mess it up.
No. Well, if we're going to engage in serious journalism, by all means, bring your A game. And
That's why I'm here. But So I heard a rumor that Malou actually made you who you are today.
That's an extraordinary thing to hear, Danielle, and I won't dispute it. Every valuable, worthwhile lesson I've ever brought into my misspent career, I learned in close proximity to the one and only Malou Nubla.
Oh, that is so sweet.
I'm lying, of course, but you know it's part of what I do.
Okay, so let's talk about dirty jobs.
So I was sitting right here in this very spot about 2 months ago, and Discovery called and said, you know, we'd been thinking about rebooting Dirty Jobs, like Dirty Jobs 2.0. We did 300 jobs. We went away in 2012. And there's been this conversation about rebooting the show. But obviously in COVID, you can't do it. So they said, how do you feel about zooming in with some old dirty jobbers, some essential workers, and do kind of a look back show from your office? And I'd been doing that on some other programs. And I just thought, you know, Dirty Jobs is a show that has to happen in the field. We just can't, it can't come to you from the safety of my bunker, not this. So they said, well, you can't shoot it, but if you don't want to stay at home, what do you do? And I said, I'll get tested with the original crew, right? Me and the four knuckleheads who started this show. And we'll get in an RV and we'll go up and down the coast and we'll get reacquainted, we'll reminisce, we'll still zoom in with the old jobbers and look back at old footage, but at least we'll get out of the house, you know? And they said, look, if the gang's up for it, let's do it. So I put the band back together. Dirty Jobs kicked up. We called it Road Trip, R-O-W-E-D, Danielle. Because
Clever.
I'm terribly clever, that's right.
Clever, see?
And we just had a blast, you know? We caught up, we reminisced, we looked back, we laughed, we cried, we got into some trouble.
You getting dirty? You getting dirty again, or?
This is a kinder, gentler Dirty Jobs, but it's for fans of the show will absolutely love it because they get to be a fly on the wall. And once again, you know, they get to see how the sausage gets made.
Well, we have to say congratulations, right?
You don't have to, but it would be polite. Yes. I won an Emmy, and the last time I won an Emmy was a local Emmy with Malou for a segment I did called Somebody's Gotta Do It at Evening Magazine, which ultimately turned into Dirty Jobs on the Discovery Channel. But the Emmy I got last night was for Returning the Favor, a show I do for Facebook. And I honestly didn't even know I was nominated, and then I won. So now I don't know where I'm going to put it. Maybe back there.
You have to put it somewhere because everyone puts their Emmy in the background. So if you have to find a spot.
You know, I don't know if I can do that, Danielle.
Well, Mike, I have to do a little journalism because we've got to tell people what the show is about, Returning the Favor, because this is a really heartfelt series.
Yeah, Malou will tell you I'm not the kind of guy that gravitates towards, you know, feel good shows. It's the earnestness that hurts my teeth, you know. But you know, our country is in a mess and people are divided on most everything. And so when they brought this idea to me, I said, look, I don't want to do extreme home makeover, but if there's a way to celebrate these bloody do-gooders, honestly, you know, I would be into it. And they said, well, how would we do that? And I said, well, just tell the truth, you know, just make it the making of a feel-good show. and it worked, at least on Facebook. The first episode had 40 million downloads. And since
Oh my
then,
gosh.
I like 400 million. So it's a thing. Yeah.
If you change lives.
One of the hardships of cancer treatments is the social isolation.
If you help others.
I knew that there were some good people locked up.
Then one man.
You're using your power and your spotlight to put a spotlight on these people.
Wants to return the favor.
Sims is very excited because he has a chance to pedal around. Not stable. Not stable.
He's connecting people.
Group 3, go, go, go.
I'm very fortunate just to know good people that want to make a difference.
You are amazing.
Wow, are you hiring?
No, Danielle, I'm sorry. We've looked at your resume, and you're simply too professional for this job. It would never work. Malou, on the other hand.
Not so professional.
Not so much.